Are we running? Do I have audio? Yeah, we do. All right. So fucking happy to have that cape done. That does make me happy. So first things first, I got to get it sealed. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get this airbrush going. Can't wait to get this thing finished. I've had too many projects going on. I gotta go get some water, I think. Yeah. How much distilled water do? Oh, yeah, plenty of that. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta get some garbage water. I need to program some other like messages into my video system here. Especially for when I'm just cleaning an airbrush. This has got all kinds of stuff on it. Well, I did cover this turntable with tape, so I can change this thing out. But it's covered in junk. That's no fun. All right, well, it looks like it's all pretty stationary junk, so it seems to be coming off. Well, it does come off a little bit, but I'm also not going to be rubbing on it, so I think we'll be okay. Let's run some fluid through this airbrush. It's sitting for several days. Moist. What do we want here? Some satin varnish. That sounds good. Oh, my camera's crooked. Right there. Is it in focus? Monitor code. It's pretty well focused, right? Other light. Where's that? Oh. Varnish. All right, let's go. That's what PSI set at. Then we can go. a D2. A little high, but I am spraying varnish, so we're gonna let it ride. Varnish is a little thicker, so I like to spray it at a little higher pressure so that it atomizes. It's definitely coming out. All right. I'm gonna do these sort of laying down. I'll let it dry. Then I'll come back and do the backside. All right, give it that. Turn on some suction. It's chunking a little bit. All dry. All right, let's do this big boy. Fuck, I don't like putting it down on that. Let me there we go. I'll put some that about that. It's off camera. should sit. I should sit down and stay a while. So maybe it's too high. Let's go 20. It's drying it out too quickly. Let's try. While I get this airbrush a squeege. Oh, turn all that noise off. Goodness. Don't need that. I mean, I do need it right now. Airbrush, you don't have to be perfectly clean. You're gonna get some use tonight. Make sure to run some cleaner through it though, because varnish is alright. Use some of that cleaner. Yeah, so I'm excited. Tonight I'm going to be working on the skin tones. I'll probably actually be finishing this thing up. I got to do some other little detailing with some washes and stuff on the body parts. I got to figure out how to do a skin tone because he's got a weird skin. It's like a blue, gray, white, like a eerie white gray. I don't know. I can't even describe it. With a little bit of blue in it. But first I have to find a darker tone. While I am masking off the chest areas. So this I'm going to be I don't want to mask over this when it's painted, so I'm going to do the skin first, and then I'll come back for the chest. I'm going to do the chest piece last so that I can not varnish it. First I got to lay down some chrome, then I'm going to try some red ink. That should look pretty good. First things first, I got to do his neck hole. So for that, I'll just use some putty and some plastic wrap. Should be all I need. I do love me some plastic tack. It helps to warm it up a little bit. Gotta get some silicone tools as well. The good thing about this thing being black is that I can fudge my mask a little bit and then just go back and touch it up later. also this is going to be behind a this big weird collar thing, so don't even know if it's going to matter all that much. Look at my little silicone tool. Oh God, it feels so good not to be painting white, red, or black. I've been futzing with that cape for days, days and days and days. It just took so long and so many passes. Each of the little tines, you know, it's like 3-dimensional, and there's like 50 of them. And I didn't take that into consideration when I was estimating this job. Not that it's a job, but you know what I'm saying. This is the wrong end. I want the square flat end. Or at least the pointed, there we go, the pointy end. Square end might be better, but we'll take them both. All right. This stuff really is the best. So I'd rather have too much than not enough. Going around this rim with some black is going to be pretty easy. I don't have to make this super tight. You know what I'm saying? I just want to stop the air from moving. Then I'm going to have to evaluate my color situation here. Decide what colors I want to do. Because it's got, like I said, it's just like an uncomfortable gray skin, you know what I mean? With a little bit of blue in it. I don't know if I have anything like that. So I may give them a base coat of like a dark blue to cool it all down, and then go in with a grayish, a blue-gray for the high, for the mid-tone and the primary. And then for the highlight, I guess it's got to be something in a warmer gray family. We are going to figure all that out in just a couple minutes. See what my selection is. I'm going to finish painting this tonight, but I've still got to do the little transparent canopies. I have one final test product come. I finally landed on one good technique, but I want to try one more product just to see if it makes any difference. And that's coming tomorrow. So hopefully I get to spend my Saturday finishing up those canopies and doing the last bit of assembly work on this guy. Can't. I keep getting this mask is too close. I don't want it to be that close. It does not need to be so much. I'm going to purposely leave a little black around it so that I can prevent little pockets of air getting trapped when you're airbrushing, especially down into like a little ravine like this. It makes little eddies, you know, little turbulence, and then your paint doesn't quite get into the places where it needs to go. So when I have the occasion like this, where I've got just a simple black edge that it's up against, I'm gonna paint the flesh tone and just let it run over, and then go back and correct it. Because that is a better solution. Also, the easier, the smaller I can make the lip will also prevent that air trappage. Alright, that'll do. That will do. So now we need some plastic. Oh, this stuff is great. Makes the whole masking thing go by so fast. Just need enough to drape over his body. This is definitely my favorite way to mask. Nobody likes masking, but if you gotta do it, this is the way to go. Oh, come on, cling film. Why are you clinging to yourself? Because that's what I was made to do. Very, very true. Getting shit this far back, just in case something bad happens. Get you all wrapped up. Goosey goosey. Go. Putty one more press. Make sure it's sealed all the way around. Pockets. Alright. So this and the portrait. I've got a London gray. That's gonna be too gray. I want something with a little bit of blue in it. Phantom gray might be an answer. Titan dark blue. Might also be an answer. Dark blue gray. Too dark. This is just a dark gray. That looks like it's got more blue in it. No, this one definitely has one. This one has one. That's approaching black. Alright, so I got those. What else do I have? Ash gray might be too light. Company gray. Lighter than ash gray. Those might be my mids. Or mid and a highlight. Get you out of here. Deep ocean blue. That might give me the blue that I'm looking for. Yeah. Let me find some reference material. 1 second. Look, I'm just making this up. Alright, so this is kind of my reference. I feel like those are right. For the dark. I don't want it to be too dark, you know? I think it's that one. All right. I think I got my tones. Let's not overthink it. Very chatty tonight. I don't know what's going on. I should shut the fuck up. Get back to painting. Anything in here? I don't know if there's anything in this box. All right. This is dark blue gray. Vallejo. I have learned to stop mixing paint in the airbrush. That it is better to mix your paint in a little cup outside of your airbrush. Because apparently I have been airbrushing very, very wrongly. Very, very incorrectly. Ooh, can't talk. I'm talky, but I can't talk. The words are not wording. Let me see here. It allows you to, get the viscosity of your paint, and just right where it just kind of it is runny. Now it's gonna, there it goes, but not diluted. Flush out that cleaner. Definitely want to turn the pressure down a little bit. Don't need this coming out like crazy. About 18 should do it. I keep between 18 and 20. Go. I'm still terrible at eyeballing quantity. Oh man, you know what I'm doing? I'm just wasting all that distilled water. What I need to do is just do distilled water in the squeezy bottle and do regular water for rinse, and then just move my distilled water between my paint desk and my airbrush box. That's the play. Alright, gotta clean my little cuppy. Let's give this airbrush a test. There's a buildup on my guard. Good. Paint is indeed a-flowing. This is just a base coat anyway, so. I think that's a nice, that'll be a nice dark gray. That a few minutes to dry. While we clear out the airbrush, I mixed up way too much paint. Why did I do that? Alright, well, while those are drying, I suppose I could go ahead and varnish the back of the cape there. Turn this pressure back up. There we go. I think I decided 20 is about right. that towel back down. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Spatter. What's up, DL? I'm gonna try adding a little bit of flow improver to this. Ooh, all right. Here we go. Now it's moving. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So chunk it up on the yep, right there. What is that? Whatever, that'll do. This side already had, this side was already protected anyway. Oh wait, I forgot about the other part of his cape. I don't like the idea of diluting varnish, but it's proven to be a pain in the butt to get it to go through the airbrush properly. Like, the fuck is that? Alright, I don't need that much. You know what? Mess that up. Where's my brush? Oh wait, did I already do that side? I already did that side. I need to do the back side. What am I thinking? My brain is not braining. Yeah, this varnish is starting to make me mad. All right. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to do that varnish. I'm gonna give this whole needle a wipe down too. I think this thing got some stuff up in it. Oh, it seems to be blowing fine now. Let's take the needle out. Just good practice, especially before going to do a portrait. Some gunk on the needle, way up on That's why it says brand weird. Jeez, that's terrible. That's blue. When did I spray? I don't know. This is just poor airbrush management here. There were airbrush police watching. I'm sure I would get some kind of ticket. This is abuse. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. It's neglect. It wasn't abuse. It's neglect. There's a difference. I did it on accident. Alright, I think it's clean now. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Let me get my paper towel. All right. Now let's see if I am back in the good graces of the airbrush gods. My daily offering of airbrush cleaning is enough. Well, apparently not. Big old chunk. Try running some cleaner through there. Just to make sure I got absolutely everything. Cleaner, sit. All right, now, hopefully, I can lay down this gray mid-tone for his skins. I have to be very, very careful with it. I should probably turn the pressure down. I also don't need this gigantic cup. Get that cup clean just to make sure it's clean. It's tiny. God, I used to use this little tiny cup all the time. Honestly, this is probably the time I should switch back to that smaller needle, but I'm going to try to make this bigger one work. I just have to be super easy on the trigger. In fact, I'm going to crank up the governor so I don't overblow it. Alright, seems like pretty good pressure. All right. Now for my next trick, I'm gonna get this gray skin tone going. You know, I think I might move my camera in a little bit for this. If I can. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I'm going to be holding it about here. I want you to be in my way. Alright, I think I can make that work. Focus. I'm gonna start with his neck. Neck hole first. And that's ash gray. Is that what I decided to go with? Ash gray? Yeah, that gray's got a little bit of blue in it, that dark gray, so that's good. So now I'm gonna go in here with this ash gray. Oh, my camera's all crooked. Good focal position. I'm doing stuff. So. So yeah, ash gray. Boom, chakalaka. Wait, let me get a shake. I don't think I have much ash gray left. It feels almost empty. I think I might have to run to the hobby store this weekend. I don't know if I've got any ash gray in my bonus box up here. I do. Do I have 2 ash grays? Holy crap, Bobby, stop buying ash gray. That's hilarious. Alright, well, anyway, let me use that other bottle. You can see the label a little better. Oh, that's fucking funny. It's a hoist and saw situation. I got too many. I've got 3 bottles. I've got 3 bottles of this ash gray. this one I'm trying to kill. I got this full one and another full one. Oh, that's funny. What is wrong with me? I have a problem. I have a problem with ash gray, apparently. All right, let's mix up this joint. I don't want to mix up too much. I've been mixing up too much recently. I mean, honestly, ash gray is the one color I could waste if I wanted. If I was going to waste a color, ash gray would be the one. I'm going to make this pretty liquidy so I can build it up. Don't want it to come out like I'm base coating. It should be more like a glaze. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, it's more like it. I still made way too much, but that's okay. Trying to go skinny dipping, buddy. Stay on the edge. Stay on the edge where I need you. I mixed up a whole cupful. It's been so long since I've used my airbrush. It's been like weeks. I gotta get faster. I really do. I keep choosing really complicated statues too. I'm gonna knock that shit off. I'm gonna start being a little more selective. Cause like this thing with the transparent domes and the 50 pieces of cape, you know, double-sided. Like, I don't know why Mr. Fantastic has to be such a flashy bitch. Alright. Goes nothing. Mainly gonna try to hit these high spots. Sorry, I don't see what I'm doing. Is it in focus? Yeah. So at first, you don't even see the color go on. You just see it get wet for a second. There we go. Starting to get a nice little gradient. Everybody's gonna see back here. You'll see it under the desk light over here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Holy crap. It's that perfect, like, eerie alien blue gray that I was going for. Yeah, that's perfect. I may go back in and darken it down just a little bit on the inside there. Let me get the portrait going. But that's friggin' perfect. I'm happy with that selection. Alright, so for his portrait, I'm mainly, at first I want to hit it just from the top down, since that's kind of where the high spots are. Anything coming out? Hold on, my brush is clogged apparently. I don't know how that happened. Basically spraying gray water. Something was blocking it up. Jeez. The fine line between opening it up too much and opening it up not enough. I'm trying to get the governor set so I don't blast my portrait. There it goes. Alright. Now we seem to be straight. Alright, again. Let's try this again. What's up, DL? So basically this I'm going to just hit it mainly from the top down, kind of establish the high points. Oh, I left. No, okay. I was gonna say I thought I left some ports in his ears. And he's just got pointy ass ear things. All right. Whew. Still got pretty harsh highs and lows here. Guys, his head is so small. I think to do the highlight, I'm just going to do a brush. I'm going to do a brush glaze. But I think that's going to be good. Let's go see how it compares. Yeah, that's nice. Looks like I need to I might need to work them together a little bit. At least get his cheek, his chin area there a little bit more. Yeah. Open this thing up a little bit. All right, so it's working now. It's weird. Oh, let's see. Now I'm going to hit them with the company gray. Was that ash gray? Yeah, that was ash gray. Now I'm going to hit them with the company gray for a highlight. Yeah, man, almost done. Getting there. I've got one more. Oh, was that not on the right camera? I've got one more application test standing by for tomorrow to figure out these little canopies before I apply them to the final set that I printed. So this is sanded, and this is washed and sanded. This is it with 3 coats of just like clear varnish. It's not bad. You can see it's still, you can still see it pretty good. This has got a big scratch in it, so I reprinted it. There's one more thing I want to try. It's this Krylon triple thick glaze, like clear glaze. I want to try that, but this isn't bad. Like if I had to go with this, I wouldn't be mad. It's much better. I'm actually going to reprint my Mr. Freeze statue, his little dome helmet. I'm going to reprint his helmet in this high gloss. So I got one more test coming tomorrow. That's what this is for. And then if it works better, which I think it will, then I'll just process my last pair on Saturday. But I've been testing, man. This thing, it's been driving me crazy. I finally got it to the point where I'm happy with it. Like this original print garbage, the silicone mold test, that thing was garbage. Like I'm so over this model, like this statue. I can't wait for it to be done. Especially because I got Bane standing by looking at me, and the Bane statue is going to be fucking sweet. So, and it doesn't have anything near as complicated as any of this, so I ought to be able to tear through it. Mixed up way too much paint. So anyway, I got my printer still in the box because I need to get this statue off my desk. I got to get the statue off the desk, get the photo shoot done, and then get the studio reset and cleaned up. And then I can unpack the thing and set up a new print, get Bane all washed and cured. He's still sitting, he needs to be washed. So I can sit and do all that stuff, hopefully on Sunday. I can get this guy done tonight and Saturday. It's going to be Saturday, probably. Oh, and hopefully, even if I am a little liberal with this highlight coat, I'm going to have to go back in and do some washing and stuff around his face and eyes anyway. Along with all the detail, all the black in his lips and junk. I'm not sure if I should make his gums pink or if I should just leave him like a gray, because I feel like pink is a little more eerie, you know, like a shark, but the gray is probably more accurate. I know his teeth are going to be like kind of dingy yellow. His eyes are red. That little jewel in his head that I gotta shine up. Anyway, we're gonna get some of this compound gray on here right now. Company gray. But I do like that said that dark blue gray had a little bit of a blue tone to it. That's kind of nice. So we're gonna do some of this. Look at that product shot. I combine my ash grays. All right, this I'm gonna try to not make so dang much of it every time. Little tiny baby drop with a bunch of water. Still seems like a lot. It's extremely watery, so it should go on so easy. I can manage to not blast. Right, turn the pressure down. Let's turn the pressure down. It feels like it's fucking barnstorm in there. About 16. There we go. Yeah, it's a little too liquidy. Let's add a drop of paint to that. Better. All right. All right, as long as I don't hold it in one spot, I think we'll be good. The onus is on me to not blast it. Turn my fan on. All right, I think that's it. It looks good under the desk lights. Now I know better. I'm gonna wipe that needle off. Or I put it away. Cleaning the airbrush. Always gotta clean it. Very pointy point. I get inside the little float, little nozzle float. Make sure that's got a good wiping. Yeah, I still had a bunch of buildup inside of there. That's why this whole paint session has been kind of crappy. I had stuff build up in my float. Build up in your float. There we go. Clean as a whistle. I'm not going to be running anything off of my that new printer right away either. I'm still waiting on the screen protector. It says it's in Miami, so hopefully it should get to me this weekend at some point. Are you still acting like you got junk in there? No, maybe not. Alright. And I suppose before I go any farther, I should go ahead and varnish the face and skin. Now that I just spent all that time getting all this shit clean, I have to clean it again. God dang it. I'm gonna take a little break before I do that. Give that skin a chance to fully dry. Alright, be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, DL. It was coming from China, like China. So they actually everything else was already in the States, but so yeah, that's why it took so long. Hopefully, it'll be done soon. All right, I'm gonna get some of this varnish on our boy here. I think I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna try a matte varnish on his skin. I usually do skin with a little bit of a satin varnish. Well, second thought, I think I kind of like the satin varnish. Satin just picks up just a little bit of light. You know what I mean? And I just think matte varnish on the skin looks too flat. So we're gonna go satin. Not gonna do too much. I just wanna. This is just a work seal, just a save point. I'm gonna mix this up with some flow improver though. Idiot. Many bottles of stuff happening right now. And combine those grays. Oh yeah. All right. Let's get this. Let's get this varnished, so we can be done with it. It's together now, and I can move on to other things. Did I make space? Not yet. That's what I'm waiting on to do after I get this project out of my hair. Once I'm done with this, stick is not stable. It sucks. Once I'm done with this, I will clean. I need to clean my studio and clean everything out. At that point, I'll start making a room. I got a space for it basically already set up, so I just need to pack up my little M4. Is that what it was? M4. I got to pack up that little bitty fella, and then slide my M3 Premium over, and then the M7 will go on the right hand side because my ventilation system is on the left. So I need the extra space. But the M3 should slide over there fine. It's not anywhere close. The M7, however, I feel like is probably going to be close. All right, gotta clean the varnish out of this thing. Varnish is the airbrush killer. But at least take this needle out. Make sure it's all clean. Usually don't have to do this much effort, take this much effort, but this thing has been this thing has been stubborn recently. So much junk in this tip of this thing. I gotta send the needle through at a slight angle to like scratch the sides of it. Coming out now, but man, I think that's why I've been having such a hard time airbrushing recently. Yeah, there's definitely a lot in here because there's colors in here that I haven't used tonight. I can feel it like a soft spot whenever I'm rubbing the needle in there. Like I can feel when I hit a little patch. Alright, I think I mostly got it now. I went all the way around, I think. Learn something new every day. Airbrush cleaner and blowing it out and everything just does nothing. Sometimes you still got that gunk. Just gotta reach up in there and clean it out. And the little I didn't realize it either, but the little jet where the air comes into the gun, that can also get clogged. I recently discovered that little bit. So I think doing a weekly like full breakdown is probably good practice. Or just like now where I've noticed that like my airbrushing has gotten exceedingly difficult and it shouldn't be. So I need to pay more attention to that. But now that I know what to look for, I feel like I've eliminated all the problem spots now. Oh, sorry, DL, I'm not looking at the screen. What does that say? Just got the new Punisher piece? Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I gotta get back into a rhythm of painting because the slog of that cape really pulled me down. Alright, I don't think there's much more I need to do to his skin on his neck. That should be pretty good. Oh. Actually, I need to transfer his head to my work ball. Alright, I think that's good. I don't think I need to do anything else to it. Yeah, I still want to take some panel liner and go over these little stripes. Just to give them a little grunge. Make them stand out a bit. Oh, that looks nice. Got some nice shadows down in here. I don't know if you can see them on camera or on screen. It looks super bright to me on screen, but it's a nice tone, I think. It's a good time. It's a good time. Like I said, now I need to get into a more of a habit of just doing it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that looks tight against the red. I want to put in his little black chin and hair and everything. Gonna look pretty sick. I am down with that. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a wash. I don't want to do a wash. That feels kind of flat. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a wash in there on the red because it's just it's just flat. I'll give it a little bit of a. Oh, I mean, on second thought, I don't know, man. It's cast natural shadows. I definitely need to go in there and touch that spot up. That is highly visible. I think I just missed it. A little bit of touch up, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit of a gradient on there. Before this is. Oh, I forgot to take his head off. Before this is all said and done. Yeah, I gotta get that spot. How'd you survive face? Alright, you're good. Yeah, and I'll do a little bit of a wash down in his darker recesses. Yeah, it's a lot of red, so I think I'm gonna give it a little bit of a gradient on the inside, from the middle down, just around the bottom rim of his collar here. I don't want it to go too high, but a little bit I think would help. You know, just break it up a little bit. It'll be a cool like gradient effect too, where the cape is, you know, black to red, and then his cowl thing or his collar is black to red going the opposite direction. I think that would be kind of cool looking. Alright, I'm gonna come back to the head later. We're gonna focus on doing other body parts. I'm gonna work on the head last. Till then, you sit right there, buddy. We will come back around to you. Let's get some black in there. Oh, still got to do the glow on the base too. I got a lot to do. I got more to do than I thought. I got to do a little bit of object glow on the base there. But I'm gonna focus on this right now. What are some square brushes out? I gotta do deep cleaning on all these brushes. These need to go back in the caddy. Here. Suppose I go ahead and paint his hair red too. I got this black out. My camera is floating. I'm just kidding. It's like on a articulated arm, so it's attached to the end of the table over there, and then it comes up and over, and then so it's like on a boom, basically. That's why if I'm not careful, I just keep shaking the table. But yeah, it's just on a boom. Makes it really easy to swing it around and stuff. Comes in really handy. I've got the same setup over on my other table, where I moved the same camera between my airbrush box and my sanding enclosure. I can swing the camera around pretty easily, get an angle on both. You know, it's a support camera anyway, but I got these little 4K, just basically the tiniest cameras I could find, and they're manual focus because I didn't want the auto focusing like doing weird shit. So I got manual focus ones, and just they don't capture audio. They're just straight camera inputs, as simple as I could get. They're about the size of I'd say it's about a inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, maybe. Yeah, something like that. They're nice cameras. I like them. They've definitely done what they're supposed to do. I do need to upgrade my computer system. I'm using a really old Mac that's running this OBS streaming software. I know I could definitely use a level up in that department, but this works fine for now. I got it set up, and it's an otherwise useless computer, so I just leave it over here on this little stand and have all my cords and everything kind of bundled up underneath it. Pretty nice setup, I think. Yeah, get the boom, get a it's like a little tabletop boom thing. The tripod part screws right onto the end of it, so it's really nice. I was afraid it wasn't going to hold the weight. I don't know why I'm pussyfooting around this. You're not even going to see it. Just need to get in here and get it done. I get right up to the edge and I hesitate. Been out of practice. I was on vacation for a week. And that I've been dealing with so many of the little side quests with this project. I haven't been painting very much. I mean, other than that freaking cave. I've been painting that cave for like 4 days. I wish I was exaggerating. It was terrible. Like, I don't think, even if somebody was going to pay me, like if somebody wanted to commission a Mr. Sinister statue, I don't think I would do this again. It's going to look rad when I'm done. I'm pretty stoked. I think it's going to look really good when I'm done, but I don't want to do something like this ever again, because that slog to get that cape done just sucked all my mojo. Really did. And now I feel like I'm out of practice doing everything else. It'll come back. I know it. Oh, Dragon Ball Z models. That's fun. If you want to, I will save you a hell of a lot of trouble. for later. If you need to do like a really, really nice transparent thing, get the high clear resin. I thought it was just like a marketing thing. There actually is a difference between their quote unquote clear resin and then high transparency resin, high clear resin. I'm using an Anycubic high clear resin, and it's taken me again several days to work out the process to do it. But I think I finally nailed down a process that I will be sharing later. When I can do like a little tutorial on it, because it was painful. The amount of different combinations that I had to try between like doing a light coat of the resin, trying just the varnish, sanding, all the, just all the combinations of stuff. It just took me freaking forever. But I think I finally landed on a process that's going to give me the result that is satisfactory. And I'm pretty excited about that. All right, there we go. So next I'm going to work on this doodly bopper here, and I'm going to hit that with some varnish. I mean some ink, some chrome and some ink. So let's just go ahead and do that. Yeah, so I can show you my latest prototype. I'm waiting for one more different compound to come in to see if it gives any better of a result. But like this is the high clear, and this is a practice, so I know why it's a little bit chunky right now. The final product will be better than this, but this is acceptable. Like if I had to roll with this, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I mean? Because like you can see through it. There you go. That's a better focal point. So yeah, you can definitely see through it. Like in real life, I can see the redness in his little eyeballs. So yeah. So I've got one more set of these printed that I haven't processed yet, because I'm going to try this Krylon. I'm going to try this Krylon clear that will hopefully make it better. But if not, I know how to get to. I know at least now I know how to get to that point. So. Yeah, it's taken a long time. It's taken a long time for me to figure this out. And honestly, this was the first project that I actually took the time to experiment with it, to actually like try different things. And so I finally narrowed it down. And I'll be super happy to share with you guys later. Because it is a process. It's not just using the high clear resin. There's the post processes. The post process is just as important. And I'm trying to do it without a whole buttload of sanding, like fucking polishing down to like 3000 grit, shit. I know you can do that. I might do that some on the outside of this guy, but yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna try to like not have to like sand this thing like crazy. So anyway, let's see, what do I want to do here? I need to. I'm really happy with that skin tone. That's gonna look awesome. I really need to get this thing chromed and inked. I don't want to do it by hand either, because it's too broad of a surface. So we're gonna have to go in here and mask this bad boy. broken alligator clips. Haven't found a good way to fix those yet. I've tried glue, I've tried resin. I tried to do a resin weld. That didn't work. Gotta figure out something. I certainly hope I don't have to like get out the soldering iron and drop solder on them. I'll do it if I have to. I suppose it'd be smart to just do this in like chunks. Yeah, I've definitely been working out some stuff. That's why it's been so long since I posted. Like, and I'm starting to feel bad. I'm like, crap. Like, I gotta get some content out there. I built a 2-stage alcohol filtration system. That also did not work out the way I had hoped. So, I'm not even going to worry about that. One more little wedge, a little stick piece of. There we go. I'm making little putty strips. What would you say is your favorite fandom to paint? I mean, it's got to be it's Marvel and DC for sure. I like doing Star Wars statues as well. Not so much, you know, but definitely Marvel and DC. I'm on a villain run right now this year, and I'm gonna close out I think with a Galactus. Now that I got this big ass printer, this M7. Now that I got this big ass printer, I can do something. I want to do something really big, so I think I'm going to do that Galactus. Oh, and I found a like a rattle can chrome that I saw somebody on YouTube using, and it looks perfect for Silver Surfer. So I'm going to use it on Silver Surfer when I do the Galactus, and sometime next year I'll do a 1/6 scale Surfer, and I'll have that chrome. So that'll be sweet. I like this putty because you can push it right up to the edge, and it just fills in all the little gaps. Yeah, Galactus is gonna be huge. I can't wait. I'm gonna max out my. I've got a built-in slot for a 1/4 scale statue around my fireplace, and so I'm just gonna max that space out. He's gonna fill it up. He's probably gonna hang out. The base is probably gonna stick out a little bit, but I don't care. Within reason. The full like scaled statue is something like 29 inches tall. It's almost 30 inches tall, and I don't have the room for that. So I will have to scale it down to about 27, 28 inches tall. So he's still gonna be a house. He's gonna be gigantic. I gotta hit the edges on it. I have this sealed, so if I need to remove some of the chrome, I can. I have a little overage here, but I'm trying to keep this mask nice and tight and clean, at least up to the lip of this diamond shape. There we go. Yeah, like I said, it is definitely no joke. That may be, hopefully that'll be my October. That'll be my October print, I think. I've got Bane standing by right now to be painted. That'll be like the rest of my September and probably half of October, unless I can, like learn to get shit done faster, which I am actively trying to do. So then I'll be printing Galactus in October and painting him in November. Then I will be printing a gift statue in November, and I'll be painting that in December. So that's basically the rest of my year. So yeah, I've got Bane, and then I've got Galactus, and that's gonna be my year of villains. And then I'll come back in January or into December with a something big. I don't know. I mean, not big as in Galactus big, but something fun. I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't thought that far ahead. That's too far ahead. But yeah, that Galactus is. I wanted to wait until I found a good chrome solution for the Surfer. But honestly, I could base coat Galactus in chrome because he's got some pretty shiny metal parts, and then just paint over those. Nah, he's not shiny. I want to do like a grungy Galactus. Maybe. That's one thing about the Galactus statues I've seen, is that like they're super bright purple and blue, and I don't know if I like that. I think it should be more muted, more like the movie and the Fantastic Four, the new one, where first of all, props to them, they actually gave us a good look at Galactus. But and his, like I said, his suit was a little darker tone, so I think I might go that route. I think I like that look. Oh, I know what I'll do. When I come back, I'll do the Fantastic Four. Wicked has a really cool diorama of the Fantastic Four. That's perfect. I'll do that, and that'll be really big too. I'll do that in a good size, because that I don't have anywhere to put, so I'll just leave it out on a tabletop or something. but I can do a really good Johnny Storm. Now that I've mastered the transparency, I can do a really good Susan Storm, where she's like deflecting the bullet things. So yeah, that's what I'll do. That's perfect. Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited all the way through January. Look at that. Yeah, I can do a really nice transparency for Susan's shields and like body. I want to do like the half transition where she's like her lower half is transparent. So she's like a fade. I like the way that looks. I want to overspray chrome. I'd rather have to touch up the edges and deal with cleanup. Why I'm being so particular with this. So there's a little bit of a lip on it. If I can keep it, I will. But it's also a good break wall for the chrome and for the ink. Honestly, tape is probably a better idea, but also tape will bleed, so this does not bleed. Especially at the top here. I also don't know if after I chrome it, do I want to hit it with a little bit of wash just to bring out the muscles and then do the ink? I think so. I think that makes a lot of sense. A little extra step, but it'll be noticeable, like you'll notice it. Because this isn't like, so I've seen some models of Mr. Sinister where he's got kind of a raised jewel on his chest. I feel like that would probably be more appropriate for a hard metal shine, So the way I'm gonna do it, by accenting his muscles before inking it, it'll make it look more like he's wearing a symbol versus having a big chunk of metal on his chest. That makes sense. I'm so happy that gray skin tone turned out. I might need to touch that up. Looking at it. Sorry, I got distracted. There we go. Went a little bit of a edge, but that was too much. Galactus, Fantastic Four. Gets to a fun Ben Grimm. Stoked. That's gonna look rad. I'll put him on my coffee table. Maybe I can do Mr. Fantastic's arm all in one big piece. That would be nice. Because in the diorama, he's like wrapping his arm around everybody. Well, I went back and looked at this because it's just some straight up body part showing through. Alright. No way around it. I'm definitely gonna have to do some cleanup, but I also don't want this to, I don't want to pull around these edges. I have to keep the coats light, which I should be doing anyway, but same. Especially in these little tight spaces that I'm making. I want to keep it really super light, because if it pulls, it'll dry like a snowdrift, like up against the putty, and then you end up with like a little ring, like a little spot where it dried, and that's no bueno. For the jewel on his head, I think that'll just be a brush because it's way too small. So that'll just be boop 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 chrome, boop 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 red. Kind of a focal point, so I want it to be as clean as I can make it. I know this is painful. It's painful for me too. I have to be this all the time. You guys get to punch out and go be other people. I have to be obsessed with this shit all the time. I'm just kidding. Sometimes it's fun. I'm pushing away from the edge so that I'm reducing the depth of the valley that I'm spraying the airbrush in, because the deeper it is, the more turbulence is created. And the more turbulence, the more the chances of little piles, little eddies forming and depositing big chunks of paint in spots that you don't want them. And then you don't see it until after you peel the mask off. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go in here with the detail brush and hit this edge, but that's better than messing up his chrome, messing up his suit. There's also a little trench on the bottom side here. Accent that a little bit. I do need a dark side, but I'll wait. I'll do a Superman run, and I'll do some Justice League villains. I'll definitely get around to a dark side for sure. He's not my favorite, to be honest. Like, he's not my favorite villain. I never liked his zigzaggy eye lasers. I always thought that was dumb. When I was a kid, I was like, that's dumb. How's that happening? And just like shoot lasers all around. Curving in the middle of the air. Come on, what are you doing? That's lazy writing. So yeah, he's not one of my favorite villains. But I do need a Lex Luthor in his mech suit. I have one of those. Definitely got to do one of those. All right, I think this is pretty decent here. Looks like I got nice clean edges. Everything's accessible. I am very excited to do this Bane statue next. I watched this tutorial on how to do like tarnished copper, and why this Bane statue has like a giant freaking penny in it, I don't know, but I'm going to do like a tarnished copper penny. So I'm pretty excited about that bit. Alright, I don't know how to, I'm going to have to get another piece because I can't wrap it around in any way that makes sense. It doesn't have to be tight. I'm not going hard on it. Just that one little spot there. Just do not want any chrome overspray, because chrome overspray is the worst. It doesn't matter if it lands on a light color or a dark color. It's just a bright, shiny ass spot. And nobody wants that. As long as it gets pressed in there, you're all good. This by far is the best way to mask. Your plastic's reusable if you want to reuse that. Your Plastitac is reusable. I've had this Plastitac for 5 years. And I wish I was exaggerating. Literally the same batch, 5 years. So, and it's fast. It's fast, it's accurate. The only downside is the putty has some thickness. So it's not applicable for all uses. Sometimes you need something super, super flat. But other than that, it's great. What am I putting on there? I am putting on some of this Vallejo Chromo. Give that a nice shake. I hope I don't shake my bottles long enough. Run some clean water through. Chromo. Link. And this, I want to turn it down quite a bit. It's about 16 maybe. Because for the chromes, you want them to atomize so that they're smooth, but you don't want to but you want them to pool a little bit. You want the little middle flake to pool. This is not like super shiny chrome anyway, so this is a chrome-like substance. I don't know if it's actually chrome. I'm just being facetious, but I'm just saying this is my go-to like default chrome for super shiny metal chrome. I'm hoping this rattle can that I have coming on Saturday. I'm hoping that's going to be my solution for mirror chrome. I've been looking for a solution for that for years. All right, this should be very underwhelming. And we're done. I told you it was underwhelming. Now I gotta clean that chrome out. Oh, wait a second. If I spray this with wash now and I have to hit the edges, then there's going to be a weird disconnect. All right, so I'll have to go back and do the shadows afterwards. Give that a couple more minutes to dry. And then I'm going to give it a couple shots of this alcohol ink that I have. Got just a cheap set of craft inks, but I use them for a lot of stuff, so. Red. And if this red is not red enough, I don't like it, I can adjust. Purplish red. I don't want purplish red, I want red. Alright, gonna go with that. Have I used this red on this chrome before? Ink? I don't think I have. What do I use as red ink? Have I used it at all? Let's see. Yeah, it's open. I used it at some point in the past. right. Give that chrome a couple more minutes. It should be basically done, because I mean, that should dry so fast. I'm just trying to not rush it. And the thing about using the putty in the plastic wrap is you can't use like a hot air, like you can't rush dry it. That is also another downside to using this method for masking. But I think the pros outweigh the cons, depending upon, you know, what you're doing and how much in a hurry you are. Like if I needed to rush this, I would have used tape probably, and then I can hit it, dry it, hit it again, dry it, take off the mask, you know. So it just depends on how fast you want to move. I'm in no hurry though. Yeah, I definitely want to reprint that Mr. Freeze helmet. Now that I've figured the shit out. All right, dude. Let's get this thing inked. Alcohol red. Oh, it's stinky. And learn that this stuff will tint everything. So try to get in and out of the airbrush as quickly as I can. Oh, that's nice. All right, I can rock with that. That's fun. It's a bit of a coppery red. Do I want to try any more? Yeah, it is a very coppery red. It's dry and dark. Alright. Might have to... Let me try another coat. If we don't like that, I like the shininess though. The shininess is nice. But now that it's drying, it is coming off as copper. Can't decide if I like it or not. Because it's definitely more of a coppery color than I thought it would be. anti-red. I used to tint it. Let's get the ink out of the airbrush right now. I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do. And if I don't like that, well, suppose I could go just use the same dragon red that I used on his cape. That would make the most sense. I guess I am kind of overthinking it. But if I'm going to do that, I have to paint it white. And I think that ink is going to not be fun to play with either. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm also getting kind of hungry. May have to hang this up. What time is it? I'm going on 3 hours. So I think the smart play is for me to take that mask off, see how bad it is. I'm gonna stop for the night. I'm gonna let that dry overnight. And then I think if I seal it, I can seal the ink in underneath it, and then I can paint on top of the varnish. So I think that's what I might do. Just gloss over the whole thing again. And then mask it again, paint white, and then hit it with the dragon red. Because I don't like that. I don't think I like that color at all. It's way more bronzy than it should be, or than I was expecting. That sucks. I was hoping to have kind of a metallic red. The only other metallic red I have is a little too purpley. Is that a little too much purple in the red? I use it on my Iron Man and I'm not happy with it. I didn't like that red. So think I'm just gonna do the flat dragon red, trim it up, hit it with some wash. That'll be it. That'll be that. Leave all that. Yeah, let's the X23. I look forward to seeing it. Unmask this just to confirm my suspicions that I don't like it. It's hard to see maybe out of context, but I think this is going to be too just way too copper. I like the shininess of it. The shininess is nice. Putty is also very satisfying to remove. You know what, I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Hold on. Let's do a full vibe check here. What do we think? I kind of like that. It's, you know, he's got different reds happening. You know what I'm saying? Oh god. Oh shit. Be careful not to touch it. So yeah. I don't know. I don't hate it now. I did miss a spot there. Got a little bit of a leakage. Yeah, I don't necessarily hate this as much as I thought I did. Now that I see it. It's not as bright red as I hoped. But when the light hits it, it does cast a little bit more red. And I think in context with everything else, it keeps it from being boring. All right, I'm gonna run with it. I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing for his little jewel in his skull and his little in the middle of his forehead there. I'll do that same color. Yeah, I don't hate that. In concert with everything else, I think I like that. I'm gonna add a little bit of wash to darken stuff down. I don't think I'm gonna wash over the jewel. I think it's, or the thing, the diamond. I don't think I'm gonna wash over. I was gonna spray a little wash in there, but I don't think it's necessary because it's kicking back so much light. It's casting real shadows that are blending in with my airbrush shadows. So I don't think I want to do anything else to it. All right. Yeah. Oh, I gotta do the Tesseract glow on that base too. All right, so I got more playtime coming tomorrow. That's exciting. But I don't see any reason why I won't have this thing done by this by Sunday. I'm gonna do the wash, the pin wash, and do the airbrush wash on the cape and the hood. Do the final prep on, or do the final process on the canopies. The OSL on the base and the legs, and then the portrait. That's it. That's not too bad. I gotta touch up that one little spot right there. The rest of it, though, I think I'm gonna leave it. Well, when I go back and I'm gonna do my wash, I might do a little bit of a wash just around the edges. But yeah, that's not shabby. It looks kind of cool. Works with the metal in his armor too. His skin tone looks so weird without this red behind it to like make it pop. I think I understand now why the artist designed this with such red flashiness, because without that backdrop, his skin is just like crazy pale. His portrait should be fun. Got black lips, some nasty ass teeth. I'll black out his hair, but do a little bit of a blue dry brush, you know, just to get a little something something. The gradient on the collar here will help too. I ain't gonna worry about trying to hide that line. But yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good with that. Good look. One little sprig of hair sticking up. That's awesome. All right. So tomorrow, probably finish tomorrow. All things said. Yeah, good shit. All right. Till then, take it easy. Have a good night. Catch you on the next one.